Quick disclaimer before watching Angry White Men, where me and Derek talk about CNN talking about angry white men. So when the video begins, you might notice that the audio doesn't sound exactly perfect. It sounds like we're talking inside of a garbage can. You can understand us, but it doesn't sound like the greatest thing ever. We have the microphone right here in case
this is actually a microphone. Oh, look at this.
The reason it sounds like that is because if you look right here on my audio recorder, see that red button, the red dot? That is called the start recording button. And the problem is that I might have forgotten to press it. I don't want anyone to think that I don't know what I'm doing. I just forgot to press the button. I remember eventually, not too long, only like 4 minutes into the video, I finally remember.
Nothing is more scary than an AR-15-like weapon, let me tell you.
So bear with it. I'm sorry. I'll never let this happen again. Okay, so we're going to be reading a CNN article about angry white men.
Who wrote it?
A guy named John Blake.
All right, read the damn article so I can go home and eat some delicious cereal with blueberries in it so I can go to sleep and wake up tomorrow and go to my damn job and make a living.
There's nothing more frightening in America today than an angry white man.
Let me tell you, Hitler, angry white man. Joseph Stalin, angry white man. Genghis Khan, angry white man. Barack Obama, angry white man.
The Brute, the Buck, and of course, the Thug. Those are just some of the names for a racial stereotype that has haunted the collective imagination of white America since the nation's inception.
I'll take those.
The specter of the angry black man.
A specter, a vision, a type of ghost. Do you know what a specter is? So think of like death. Death incarnate. A specter in the night. The phantom. Boogeyman's a specter flowing through our spindly little cabbage figures.
Okay, let's
like a damn nightmare in a dream.
The specter of the angry black man has been invoked in politics and popular culture to convince white folks that a big, bad black man is coming to get them and their daughters.
The only angry black man that comes to my mind right now is Don Lemon. Where he does that little like face where he's like, I hate you.
I've seen viral videos of innocent black men losing their lives because of this stereotype. I've watched white people lock their car doors.
I'm talking about George Floyd. What are they?
I've watched white people lock their car doors or clutch their purses when men who look like me approach. I've been racially profiled.
It's probably because you're approaching them and they're like, oh gosh, it's CNN.
This is a message to John Blake. Listen. It's not that you're black, it's that because you're with CNN.
It's definitely because you're with CNN.
It's part of the psychological tax you pay for being a black man in America. Learning to accept that you are
somewhere else. Why do they gotta do that whole, like,
accept that you are seen by many as public enemy number one.
Yeah, like why would they specifically say America as if like they could go somewhere else that would be better? You know, there are places that are comparable to America, but nothing's like, you're not gonna find a better place.
Yeah.
I mean, you can find a better city probably, but the whole like, oh, in America is where it's the worst. I'd much rather be in China. A black man in China would go so much better. I'd be so much better off there. Go China.
But as I've watched 3 separate trials about white male violence unfold across the U.S. these past few weeks, the Kyle Rittenhouse trial,
the white male violence, come on.
The Ahmaud Arbery death trial, and the civil case against organizers of the 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, I've come to a sobering conclusion.
I finally realized the truth.
Which is, there is nothing more frightening in America today than an angry white man.
Oh my God.
And then he attached a picture of Kyle Rittenhouse.
With his gun, with his iconic AR-15-like weapon. Kyle Rittenhouse, the damned white soul that caused the nation to burn under his fat, juicy, wet throat. Listen, let me tell you something. Kyle Rittenhouse, he ran up to a black man holding a child. The black man was giving the child a little kiss. He said, like, listen, daughter, it will be okay. And Kyle Rittenhouse said, damn, no, it won't. Because I got a gun and I'm going to shoot you on this damn street, damn dead. You nipple sucker. The black man said, whoa. I am peaceful. Why art thou? Have you ever, it's like, then the black man was like, let me show you something. He pulled out a Bible. And Kyle Rittenhouse shot him in that moment. How dare you, Kyle?
This is the part that made me think, okay, we have to read this. I've come to a sobering conclusion. There's nothing more frightening in America today than an angry white man. And then he goes on to say, it's not the radical Islamic terrorist that I fear most, nor is it the brown immigrant or the fiery Black Lives Matter
It's not
protesters.
the suicide bomber. It's not the guy with the Molotov cocktails. It's a kid helping people who's carrying a couple of guns to protect himself. But it's not the guns that scare me. It's his pasty damn skin. Sorry, I say damn a lot.
He says, nor is it the brown immigrant or the fiery Black Lives Matter protester or
Fiery,
whatever
but
the
mostly
latest
peaceful.
bogeyman is that some politician tells me I should dread.
Who said that? Who was like, it's these blacks that we need to fear? All they ever say is to beware of the liberals and the woke people.
It's encountering an armed white man in public who has been inspired by the white men on trial in these 3 cases.
Here's the thing.
And
If a bunch of white people with Kyle Rittenhouse shirts come out and they're just shooting up cities in the name of white supremacy, I'll give CNN the win on this one. Because as far as I can tell, the only damage that's caused is just by people who are mad that Kyle Rittenhouse is white.
Yeah.
It's anti-white supremacists. Because they're like, oh, the white rioters, even though they're all liberals, they're rioting against Kyle Rittenhouse. But they are, a lot of them are white. I'll give them that.
Yeah. That was the end of section 1.
Completely.
There's nothing more frightening in America today than an angry white man.
Nothing's scarier than a guy who's like, and can I do your taxes for you? Does anybody have a pencil holder? My hands are too weak.
Yeah,
Nothing's
right.
scarier than that. It's really making me angry. Nothing's scarier than Ben Shapiro bursting into a room and going like, you are inherently evil.